Hi, this is Amber, and I'm here today with a no equipment needed cardio-based exercise class. All you need is a chair, again, preferably without any arms, but if you have arms, we can definitely make that work as well. So coming to our starting position, feet flat on the ground, toes pointing forward with our knees about hip distance apart. You can always lean back in your chair for extra support, or sitting up nice and tall, you can even scoot forward away from the back of your chair, engaging those abdominal muscles. And then just drawing our shoulders down and back. We're going to take 3 deep grounding breaths. Our in breaths, we're going to lift the arms up. Exhale, floating the arms down. In through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Last one, stretching the ribs with the lungs expanding, and exhale, maybe pulling the belly in towards the spine a little bit. Okay, opposite arm, opposite leg marches. Okay, with our cardio classes, we're going to get our heart rate going, and then we're going to slow it down and then get it going back up again. Remember, taking breaks whenever you need to. No holding the breath. Continuously breathing. Okay, options stay here, picking up the speed a little bit. Modify as you need to. Listen to your body. That's most important. If anything hurts, don't do it. You can always take it slower, smaller, wherever you are, okay? You're gonna stay here, getting that heart rate up for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Big breath here. Okay, bringing the feet together, just legs at first. We're going to step out to the side, back in, out to the side and back in. Remember, it's not about how big a step we're taking, how wide. We really want to try to keep that foot below the knee. If our foot is splaying out from under the knee, it's going to maybe potentially cause some issues for the knee, okay? So staying here with little steps or shuffles side to side, or we're going to lift that foot up and over. Good. Feeling those hip joints warm up here. Again, you don't have to keep up with me. Find your own pace. You definitely don't have to go as big of movements as me. Everybody's going to look a little different. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, back to center. Good. Keeping those feet on the ground this time. Just the arms, elbows up. Lower if you're feeling sore or tired, or if you have an injury, or up. And then we're going to squeeze the shoulders back and squeeze the elbows forward. Nice slow breath in and out. Think about the heart and the chest moving forward, and then as we exhale, heart and the chest move back. Good. Finding your own pace again. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit down, roll the shoulders out. Deep breath here. Okay, now we're going to combine the two. The feet coming to the center, the arms coming up, starting with our little side step, side shuffle. Okay, staying here, going into the big step. Or finally, getting our heart rate back up, both feet coming out. Seated jumping jack. This is a great way to bring that heart rate up, and we'll be doing it again. So finding a nice pace. Again, wide and big movements aren't necessary. We want to think about small and controlled. So nice and slow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath here, roll those shoulders out. Finding our feet flat on the ground, hands on our hips. We're going to do 3 cat-cow. So our inhales take us forward, lifting our gaze up. Maybe the chin tilts, maybe just the eyes. Exhale, lean back and down. Should feel good in the back. If it doesn't, you can always just do some lifting of the gaze and then lowering of the gaze, chin to the chest. Isolating the movement just into the neck. Last one. Okay, coming back to those seated jumping jacks. So getting our heart rate up. We're going to do this 2 more times. So we're going to go for 10 reps. Or you can always do the little step out and big step out, 1 leg at a time, okay? If you're ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big breath here. Maybe 1 cat-cow. Inhale forward and up. Exhale, down and back. Back to center. Okay, seated jumping jacks. Last round. Feet together, arms up. Big breath here. And let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Roll those shoulders out. Deep breath here. Okay. Now we're going to let our heart rate come down a little bit. Widen our stance, making sure that our toes and our knees are pointing in the same direction, trying to keep those heels below the knees. And then we're going to do some circles. Nice and slow. And again, if this isn't available to you, if this isn't something your body can do, you can just do rocks back and forth. That might feel better. Lots of options. You definitely don't have to do everything that I do. So staying here, hands are on the lap, giving ourselves some nice support here. And let's go opposite direction. Good. A lot of the time I get asked about bellies and how can I get rid of my belly, and cardio is a good start, but really you can't target fast loss, and really burning calories and lowering calorie intake is where you're going to see the most progress in losing fat, if that's your goal. Or we're just staying mobile. This cardio is really good for our heart health too. Let's do 1 more circle here. And coming back up. Okay, bringing those feet up. Speaking of bellies, we're going to target our belly with a little crunch movement here. So just like our marches in the beginning, we're going to start with 1 leg and then the other. Okay, so always perfectly fine just to stay here the whole time. You can always pick up pace too. We want to think about drawing that belly in towards the spine and back towards the back of our chair. That's going to engage the abdominal muscles, bring them into any workout. So staying here with a nice march, or if we're going to get our upper body in, we're going to bring our hands behind our head. And as we lift 1 knee, we're going to twist opposite elbow towards that knee. Lift and twist. So not so much a crunch, but a twist and a leg lift. The goal is not to touch the elbow to the knee. We're just finding a nice slow pace, especially if we have any lower back issues. Get a nice twist and knee lift. Okay, so this is our second option. Third option is the crunch. So we're going to bring that elbow towards the knee. So it's the same thing, just dipping the elbow down a little bit as we bring the knee up. We want to exhale as the knee and the elbow come towards each other, pulling the belly in. Remember, goal is not to touch the knee to the elbow. We want to feel it in our abs. Remember, taking breaks whenever you need to. Going nice and slow here. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Big breath here. Let's do 3 cat-cows, and then we're going to do that one more time. Big breath in and forward and up. Out and back. In and up. Out and back. Last one. Okay, coming back into our crunches. So always a good idea to start with just the knees lifting up, practicing engaging those abs. Staying here, bringing the hands up, a little twist. Or finally, elbow towards the knee, elbow down towards the knee, I should say. Okay, if you're feeling pretty good about this, we can pick up the pace. Again, we don't want to sacrifice good form and posture for speed and how many we can do. If you feel those abs begin to burn, then I say pick up the pace a little bit. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. Whew. Big breath here. Exhale that out. Okay, little rest before our next one. We're going to bring our heels up and then our toes. Little heel toe lifts here. Whew. Catching our breath, letting our heart rate cool down for a moment. Good. We want to listen to our heart. If our heart rate becomes a little too fast, just stay with some of the cool movements, the cool down movements we're doing in this class. Again, listening to our body is really important. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here we're going to start with our upper body a little bit more, okay? So we're finding our feet in our starting positions, planted down nice and steady into the ground, hips on the chair. And then we're going to bring our fists up. Going to be throwing some punches. So palms are going to be facing inward. Knuckles are going to be facing out and up. And then when we go to punch, we want those knuckles forward, looking down that center line of our middle finger, palm face down. And then we want to pull it back and switch. We want to think about our shoulder and bicep throwing the arm forward and the fist, the hands, pulling the arms. So we're thinking about the top of the arm and the end of the arm here in this movement. We don't want to throw the movement simply in the elbow. It's not an elbow workout. We want all the other parts of the arms working. Good. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more arm exercise or punching exercises here. So staying here nice and slow or picking up the pace. Remember, no holding the breath. Getting that heart rate back up. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do slow punches to the side. Slowing our heart rate down a little bit, just going side to side. Not only are our fists punching to the side, our gaze is following the fist to the side. So we got a little twist going on. Again, if the twist isn't happening, you can always just keep that body forward facing. Okay? Let's Staying here, or let's pick up the pace. Again, driving the force with our fist, our biceps. You're feeling the elbows, we want to slow it down and think about any other part of the arm than those elbows. You don't want to injure them, okay? Hopefully that heart rate's starting to get up there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, big breath here. Whew. Nice and slow. Again, you can take any of these chances if you need a cool down, doing anything else nice and slow. Let's go ahead and take 2 more deep breaths here before our next round of punching. Okay, so we're going back to our first punch, okay, and we're going to add on to this, so nice and slow here. And what we're going to add on is our foot, so we're going to kick and punch at the same time. Same side. Again, we don't want to think about the joints so much when we're doing these exercises. The joints don't have any muscle to really build on. We're building the muscle around the joints to protect those joints because they are more delicate. So when we're kicking forward, we want to think about pushing the heel, lifting with the thigh. Okay, staying here, or we're going to pick up the pace. You got it. Keep going. Remember, it gets easier as you practice more. So coming back to this often, you're gonna be amazed, and it's so good for your heart, it really is. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Roll the shoulders back, deep breath here. Okay, we're gonna go straight into our next punching exercise, and then we'll be done with punching and kicking, and then we'll carry on. Maybe we'll even stand up and do some stuff, okay? So, very similar to the last one, but our punches are gonna be upward. Okay, so maybe do this a little bit, get familiar with it. Again, driving through the bicep and the knuckle. Maybe even starting to feel the shoulder blades activate here, or the side of the body as you stretch up. Okay. And since we're here, we'll just go ahead and speed it up, see how that feels before we add in the legs. Remember, no holding the breath. Keep going. If it's getting difficult, you can slow down, take a break, and do any of the slow cool down exercise. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, roll the shoulders out. We're going to add on to our kicks on this. And if kicking forward isn't available for you, you can always just lift the heel up. Okay, that's still going to give you some nice calf and ankle workout. Okay, so let's start off with well, let's take a cat-cow really quick, okay? Give yourself a break. Breathe in and forward. Out and down and back. Okay, coming up nice and tall. And let's go ahead and start with the punching up. Okay, now we're going to add in the legs, same side. You might slow it down a little bit. Okay. It's good just to stay here too, but if you're really wanting to push yourself, remember not to the point of injury, but push yourself, let's go a little bit faster. Still using the muscles, not the joints here. If you're not feeling comfortable with the movement, stay nice and slow until you feel comfortable, then you can speed it up, whether that's today, next week, whenever. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Big breath here. These full body exercises are so good for getting our heart rate up, especially when we're able to pick up the pace. Let's do 3 cat-cows, in and up, down and back, in and up, down and back. Last one. Okay, I know I said we're done with the punching, but I just came up with another really good one. So you can continue to just take some deep breaths and maybe do some circles. It does feel really nice right now. We'll do some afterwards for sure. Or last punching cardio exercise. Okay, so this is going to be all seated. Next one, I'll have us standing. So getting our punching down first, elbows forward, knuckles up, palms facing in. I'm gonna punch up and up. But unlike last time, we want those elbows to stay bent. We want the elbows to come forward. Almost like you're punching with the elbow first, or second. Punch with the fist and then the elbow. Up, up, up. Okay? Think about those shoulder blades working here. Those biceps, you can squeeze those biceps like you're showing them off. Okay? So staying here nice and slow or going a little bit faster. Maybe we got a sweat going on, that's great. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll those shoulders out. Okay. Switching it up a little bit, instead of kicking forward, again, low impact, always lift the heels one at a time. We're going to bring the knee up with the elbow and the fist. So, let's catch our breath a little bit more. I'm getting ahead of myself. Big breath in, forward and up. Exhale, down and back. Okay, coming up nice and tall. So we're going to get into our punching stance. These are called uppercuts. So starting with the uppercut, nice and slow, and then bringing the knee into it. So a little march as we punch. Again, you can always bring that belly into it. Get a little ab workout here too, full body experience. Definitely doesn't have to be this big. Okay? And now, we get to speed it up if you like. Okay, this was probably one of the more tricky ones we've got here. So, you can take breaks, slow it down at any point. Final cardio exercise here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe. Whew. Let's find that wide stance again. Staying here and just catching our breath, or we can do some circles. Maybe we can close our eyes and listen to the heartbeat. Remember, if you can't do circles out from the hips, doing back and forth, rocking is perfectly acceptable. It's great. Getting that lower back stretched here. And let's switch directions if you were doing the circles with me. Nice and slow. Good. Okay, one more. And coming back. Heel toe, the feet back to center. We're gonna bring both feet out. This is gonna stretch our lower back. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, we're not trying to pull ourselves down. If you have any glaucoma, you want to keep the eyes above the heart. If you're having any back pain, go ahead and come out of it. Or we're gonna let that chin drop down towards the chest. Stretching the back here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow. Coming back up. Walking the feet back. Whew. And then having that foot come out. Big breath in. Exhale. Forward fold. Reaching down. Again, keeping that heart below the eyes. If you have glaucoma, finding a comfortable position to stay here and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up. Switching sides. Big breath in. Exhale, reaching down. Hold and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. Okay, now for our arms. Let's go ahead and wrap our arms around us like we're giving ourselves a big hug, walking those fingers back. An option to just stay here and breathe. Or we're going to breathe in, lifting the elbows up and gaze up perhaps. And as we exhale, we're rounding down, drawing the elbows towards the navel, chin towards the chest. In and up. Out and down. Like a little cat cow. Last one. And out. Back to center. Let's breathe in, open wide. Switch arms, which ones were on top. Walking the fingertips back, staying here. Or big breath in and up. Out and down. Last two. Last one. Okay, breathe in and open. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, let's roll the shoulders out. Okay. Let's take a deep breath in and up. Exhale, twist to one side. Let those hands float down. They can find your leg, the chair, or the back of the chair. Again, we want to think about that nice tall spine. Head over the heart, heart over the tailbone. Maybe looking over the shoulder for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. Onto the other side, in and up. Exhale, twist, finding our hands on the leg, chair, not compromising the length in our spine for the twist, trying not to lean forward, pulling that belly in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. Hands coming to behind the head or behind the neck, whichever one feels best. If this is a big stretch for you, just stay here. If If you want a little bit more, think about pushing the head into the hands into the head, so feeling that pressure, and then maybe drawing the elbows back a little bit, opening up that chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Whew. Okay, let's roll those shoulders out and switch directions. Okay, and let's go ahead and do some hand stretches. So we're going to spread our fingers out nice and wide, feeling a little bit of stretch in between the fingers, and then we're going to do some counting. So we're going to draw the thumbs in, keeping all the other fingers nice and long as we bring our fingers in slowly. Index, middle, ring, pinky, pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb. Now backwards, pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb, thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky. Spreading them out, closing them up. Spread them wide, draw them together. 3 more. Good. Okay. Let's go ahead and squeeze the hands into fists. We're going to squeeze and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Big breath here. And out. Let's go ahead and, what other things are we going to do? What other ways are we going to stretch out? I know. Okay, we're going to bring our feet out wide, a little bit more core here. Hands are going to come over to the sides. If you have arms on your chair, it might be a little bit more difficult. You can always bring the hands to the shoulders. So let's start it off with hands to the sides, and we're just going to do little side to sides. Okay? So almost like you wanted to touch the ground, but again, the goal is not to touch the ground. We want to feel these muscles on the side of the waist stretch and then shorten as we pull ourselves up. Trying to keep that belly button in towards the spine, really going to help engage that entire core area here. Okay, again, no rushing. It's not about how big or how fast the movements are. Focusing on those muscles. Okay, so staying here with the hands pointing downwards. I'll show you also having the hands on the shoulders. Again, modifying it to your body and what feels good in your body today. That's the important part here, okay? So we're just giving these side muscles a nice stretch, as well as building them up, which is great for our balance. Any of our core muscles really help with our balance here. Let's finish it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming on to that first side. Maybe opening up the arms here, feeling that side body stretch, making sure we're not leaning forward. Maybe looking up, forward, or down. Whatever feels best in our neck. Hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back, hands coming back to the shoulders for efficiency. If that's not feeling good, they can be out to the sides or, yeah, whatever feels good, okay? A big breath here. Exhale over to the other side. Staying here or opening them up wide. Whatever feels good. Finding the position in the neck for the head. And then deep breaths and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Hands coming back on to the knees. Heel toe the feet in, heel toe the feet out. In and out. Back to center. Good, okay. Let's go ahead and stretch our neck. So finding our comfortable seated position, deep breath in. Exhale, dropping the chin down towards the chest. Head's heavy, shoulders are heavy. You can close the eyes or soften the gaze as we notice the stretch in the back of the neck and tops of the shoulders for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then option to stay here, or we're going to look over to one side, over to the other side. Nice and slow. And we're just going to look at each side of the room 3 times. Just finding a little tilt in the chin downwards. And then coming back to center. Inhale, lifting up, shoulders staying down. Gaze rises towards the ceiling. Maybe the chin follows. Staying here, you can always close your eyes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Option to stay here or look over to one side of the ceiling and over to the other side. Just like when we were looking down, just tilting the head on the axis of the neck, looking at each side of the ceiling 3 times, and then finding our way back to center. Big breath in. Exhale, looking forward. Inhale, getting a little bit taller. Exhaling over one shoulder, making sure that our shoulders are facing forward, heart's coming forward, just the head turning. Doesn't have to turn very far, so don't try to force it farther than is comfortable for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and forward, out into the second side. Looking over, nice and tall. You can always engage those abs too. Make yourself a little bit taller for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and forward. Big breath here. Exhale. First side ear falls over to the first shoulder. And that shoulder gets heavy, so it doesn't try to creep up towards the ear. Staying here. Deep breaths for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe letting that opposite arm get heavy towards the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying here and bringing that arm out from the shoulder, about shoulder height, reaching through the fingertips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Letting the hand come back into the lap, breathing in and up. Exhale, over to the second side. Head's heavy, shoulders heavy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe that opposite arm gets heavy for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then maybe we're reaching out to the side, trying to keep it parallel to the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Breathing in and up. Exhale it all out. Okay, good job. Let's breathe in and up. Out and down. In and up. Out and down. Last one, nice and slow. In and up, finding those hands together, maybe drawing them to our heart center. Giving ourselves a little nod or a bow. Giving thanks for this day. Thanks for all that we have and all that we can do. Thank yourself for showing up and doing this exercise today. And I thank you for being here. From my heart to yours, namaste.